Hey everyone, I am back. I am about 6 weeks away from Old Ghost Ultra and I've been training my ass off and feeling pretty good. I haven't posted anything in ages, partly because I didn't really think I'd be getting my running to this point, and also because I really struggled a little bit with posting stuff online, and the world can see it all, and even though I've only got a handful of people who watch my content, which is fine, and I really do it after sort of reflection on it, I really do it for me and for some family and friends that might want to just see what I'm up to, because I live a pretty solitary life week to week because I'm running or working, but mainly just running. And so it's a way to stay connected, but if anyone else is out there too watching it and see some value, that's cool. If you do, that's great. So I did write a blog post about it on my website, so feel free to check that out, just at vaughantheultrarunner.com. But otherwise, 6 weeks and some change until Old Ghost Ultra. Tomorrow I am doing one of my long runs. I've got about 5 of them coming up, one each week as part of my taper, not my taper, my last building block. And this one tomorrow was going to be in the end of the Old Ghost Ultra, but that part of the trail is closed at the moment for repairs, and it opens in a few days, so a bit gutting. I'm actually going to drive to the other end of the track, which is it's about 2 hours away from here, to try to just relive. I've done this before. This is the second time I've done Old Ghost, and I just want to see how I can make some improvements to my start. Last time I was felt I was in a really good starting position, and I didn't expect to be one of the top runners, but I sort of felt I'd probably sit maybe in the middle third, somewhere around there of the field. But by the time I got to the first aid station, I thought I was in a really good place, but I was actually in 90th, and I couldn't believe it because I was only a few rows back at the start, and it didn't make a lot of sense. So what I figured out was everyone flies off at the start, because you've got about 800 meters of four-wheel drive track before you hit single track. And once you're in the single track, it's still pitch black. It's really hard to pass people. Then you start to hit swing bridges, and the swing bridges are also really difficult because you're only allowed, some of them you're allowed 2 on at a time, and the others you're allowed 5. So you can't. You often had to wait, especially if you were back in the pack a little bit. You have to wait, and so that's more time that people in front of you are getting away, so to speak. You think over a period of 85 Ks you should be able to catch that up, but what I did is I ran really well from the first aid station, which was 17 Ks, through to the 42 K. I ran a really nice section through there. I did blow up the legs on the inclines, but I still was in a good position there. I'd made up about 30 positions by that point. So, and then I just struggled like a bag of shit till the end of the race, but still finished in around 60th odd place, 62nd I think. Anyway, so I am off to this large run tomorrow at the start of the Old Ghost Ultra, so I'm going to show you some stuff about that. Tonight I've got to pack my stuff. It's a couple of hours away. By the time I get there, I'm hoping to leave in the dark. I'm really bad at mornings, so I need to practice getting up in the morning and going and doing something like this. I'm terrible. I'll sleep in if I can. So I know on the race day last year I got up at 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m. to get ready for the race, to get breakfast in and so forth, because you have to get on a bus which takes an hour to get you to the start, and I think that was at 4:30, and then the race started at 6 and it's still dark for an hour I think at that stage. So so it's getting up early has got to be something I'm going to be practicing in my trainings. At the moment, I've been doing tons of training in the middle of the day in the heat. I love running in the heat, and it's midsummer here, so I am really enjoying those days. But tomorrow, my plan, if I'm really good, is to get my ass out of bed early and to go and hit the trails when it's nice and cool in the morning. I'm planning on doing 42 Ks tomorrow. It's a number I made up. I just want it to be a marathon. Basically, and the idea is I'm trying to get to the first checkpoint in a rough time that I saw somebody else's time. I've got a goal in mind for this race of about 8.5 hours. It's an hour and a half quicker than last year, but if I don't blow up, it could happen. So yeah, so that's the goal. But so what I did is I found another race competitor who's got the splits that got him to 8.5 hours, and I'm going to try copying the first split tomorrow. He was actually really fast in that first 17 Ks compared to where I'm at the moment. So it'd be really interesting to see if I blow up in that first 17, because he was running sub 5-minute Ks in really rocky, undulating terrain. So I don't think I can do that, but I would be interested to see where I'm at in regards to that. I still need to leave enough in the tank to get to run to the 21K mark and then turn around. So I can't use all my energy on that 17 Ks. Yeah, there's no point. It's a long run. So I'm hoping maybe use about 85-90% of my race pace to see where that sits in. Or maybe race pace, not sure. Could be faster than race pace, don't know. So we'll see how tomorrow feels. I'm looking forward to maybe, just chilling out tonight, packing my gear. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be taking up there shortly. All right, bye. Okay, time to get my stuff ready. I've got my camelback, so this is all the stuff that's going in here. I have to wear this one at the moment because I'm too fat for my race pack, so that's one goal I want to get into, because these ones I have Solomon flasks and they don't quite fit in there, so I actually have to fill the flasks up a little bit less than I want to so they fit. So number one, got my hydro pack. Number two, I've got my gels. So gels, and I've got a few different types. I like these cis gels, they're really cool. Really like the orange. I think there's a berry I really like as well. This berry is one with caffeine and it doesn't taste as good as just the standard berry, but it's still good. I'll probably have that one about an hour before I finish, because of the caffeine. It'll help pick me up. So I've got 3 gels. I've got this, which is like a jelly type gel, which is cool. And so I've got those, and then bliss balls. I like to have my food as well. Too many gels isn't great running long term, so I like to mix it up with real food. Hopefully I don't need this. Toilet paper. I've got aquatabs to purify the water. I'll get water hopefully either at the specimen hut, which is 17 k's in, and then on the way back as well. These take about 30 minutes, put one of these in, and then about 30 minutes before I can drink, but that keeps me safe. I've had Campylobacter before while hiking. Do not recommend. That's a shitty few weeks. Solomon flasks, one on each side, and these are my favourite ones, way better than the Camelback ones. Got my running buff, so this can be used for the head, creating a hat, or you can dunk it in a river, put ice water on it just to cool your head down. You can have it around your wrist, use it to wipe sweat off or anything. It's got a few purposes. I also like having in the pack, so if I've got harder things in the pack like my phone, I can wrap the phone up in it to soften it so it's not hard against my back. And I've got Tailwind. This one is just the naked flavour. It still has a flavour, but it's pretty unoffensive. The first time I tried the orange, I wondered what the hell was wrong with it because it's quite salty, but you get used to it and I actually quite like it now. But that's for my flasks. I will have some more in a little bag with me for when I fill up at the huts as well. Got my Innovate rain jacket. This was an expensive purchase. This is something, it's super light. It meets all the racing standards, because it has to be seam proof, something to stop water getting in. So yeah, that's That was an expensive purchase, and I've also got the pants for that as well. Okay, so the next thing is this product here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Cramp Fix. This is the worst shit I've ever tasted in my life. I've had tequila, I've had a shot called Milk of Mother-in-Law in Italian mountains, which was the worst thing in the world, until this came along. But this thing saved my ass in the Backyard Ultra. You take it every 5 hours, so I'm not going to take it if I don't need it. You're supposed to use it more preventative, but I'm just going to take it as a maybe. Hopefully I won't need it on a 4-hour run. Next up, clothing. I've got my running shorts, nice loose running top, Thorlo running socks, one sexy bright fluoro yellow cap, lubrication, got to do your lube, and shoes. Fun fact, last time I did Old Ghost Ultra, I managed to be very clever and leave my shoes in my friend Katrina's car, who was there as my support crew, and she went back to Greymouth for the night, and I had my shoes in her car. So at 2:30 in the morning, I woke up and went, shit, and had to wear a pair of other shoes I have, which I hadn't run in for months, and they weren't designed for that terrain, so I ended up destroying the bottoms of my feet. But yeah, lesson learned, not going to forget my shoes this time round. And got my headphones, got my Jabras. These, I really like these. They do have little issues to them, but I think generally they're a really good in-ear option. I am considering going to the over-ear shocks, but these do connect really well to my Garmin watch, and I think they've got, I don't know, 8 hours life, 5 hours life, something like that. But the case also charges up as well.
Okay, I'm up, I'm out of bed. It's definitely not the early start I was thinking I was going to do in my brain. I didn't get to sleep early enough. I was probably still awake at 1:30. So yeah, so I changed my alarm to 6. And yeah, get some breakfast in and then get ready to go. Weather looks overcast at the moment, which is good. But it's probably going to be 9:30 before I actually start running, based on the drive I've got ahead of me, plus getting changed and lubing. It's a good word, isn't it? Lubing.
This is the worst part, is going on my runners, leaving this gorgeous face behind. Notice the wall damage she did as a puppy. That was you. Anyway, I give her a wee treat before I go, which is, you can't really see that, but it is a Kong filled with peanut butter with a liver treat in the middle, just to glam it up a bit. And I'm sorry, baby, but I'll see you soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my run. I'll see you soon, okay? All right. Okay, just coming up to the Old Ghost start, trailhead, whatever you call it. It's taken about 2 hours to get here. Yeah, tired. I haven't even started running, I'm tired. Yeah, I also felt car sick as well, and I think that's just due to driving a lot of windy roads early in the morning. So hopefully I feel better once I get running. Yeah, but looks like it's going to be an okay day. Okay, warmed up, ready to go. I'm going that way. Yeah, so let's get this going. Thinking around about 4 hours, maybe more, maybe, who knows. Let's get this done. Well, that brings back some memories. Last year, when I finished this, because of the weather, we had to turn back. Normally, you just keep going to the other end, but we weren't allowed to go over the tops. So this is my finishing spot in 10 hours and 25 seconds of fun. So yeah, I remember sprinting around this last bend. There's a tight bend there, and all the kids sitting up on the corner cheering, which was amazing. Yeah, and trying to sprint the last bit to get under 10 hours, but it didn't work. That's okay. There's also a really cool lodge here, Rough and Tumble Lodge. Let's get this going. Let's have some fun. A steep part at 3k's in, 3.2. Short but steep. I remember some very smart people said walk this bit, save the energy. After doing it, I thought, nah, could run that, but I'm doing it again, and I agree with them. No point running this bit. It's only short, but it would take a lot out of the lungs, and that's not worth it. 5-person swing bridge, and she's bouncy. Nine k's in, you're gonna get wet feet, buddy, and that's okay. Can't avoid it, don't try to. It again. Don't bother avoiding it, just go through it at 9.7, and that's deeper. So just go through it. I saw people last year tripping in there, trying to be careful. It's not worth it, just get the wet feet. Okay, I'm quarter of the way through. Feel pretty good. Got my feet wet a couple of times already, so just remembering all the things from last year. Sitting at around 6k's an hour. Sorry, 6 minutes per k, 10k's an hour. It's very undulating. I forgot that, and it's very rocky. Didn't forget that. So about another 7k's, I'll be at Specimen Hut, which is the first checkpoint of the race. So be good to see what time that is, but not going to be anywhere near where I thought I was going to be, or where I wanted to be. But that's all good, because this is a pace, this is my running pace. Like, I'm not jogging, I'm going reasonably hard, and I have to accept that. I think I'll be quicker by race day, but this is definitely going to give me some markers for not pushing too hard. Having a blast. 5k's to Specimen Point Hut, Specimen Hut, something hut, Specimen. I don't know. Brain starts to go. But having fun, enjoying this. Seeing quite a few people on the trail. Saw Cam, which was awesome. Cam, a good friend of mine, used to flat with me a million years ago. Consider him family, and there were some friends which I met the other day, and I knew they were on this trail, but I thought they'd be finished by now, but the other end's closed. So they had a massive day yesterday, coming back 38 k's, and I just saw them on the last bit today, so that was cool. Yeah, right, need to show you guys this. Look at that, look at that. Isn't that fucking beautiful? Love it. This is why I do it. I do it for this. I do it for these views. Yeah, look at that. Love it, the Mokanui River. Stunning. Anyway, gotta keep going, I'm not slowing down. Okay, my Garmin said it was 16.8 kilometers. I did that in 1 hour 43. So quite a long way off those markers that I was thinking of doing it in. So got to consider that when I'm training. I don't think going under 5-minute Ks is bright, but I think maybe in the 130s, mid 130s would be probably right by race day. Legs are starting to feel a little tired from all the undulating and all the rocks and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I will quickly have something to eat and then keep going. I'm going to go another 4 k's up the valley, then turn around and come back, and that should give me my 42. Okay, anyway, Specimen Point Hut. Yay. Last time I was here, there was all tables out here, and I took way too long here. I was trying to put powder into my drink bottles, trying to use the toilet, somebody was using it. I lost tons of time here, so this time I'll have my bottles ready and then I'm going. So yeah. Okay, it's out of Specimen Point, it's uphill, and yeah, so just don't blow yourself on it. So just settle into it, because this is harder than it looks, and you've just refueled, so you might think that you're a superhero, and you're not. Okay. All right, I'm at the halfway point, 21.1. The section after the hut was actually quite tiring, so it's just started to get a bit easier now. So I've got to go back over it. There was, yeah, so it's pretty tiring. It's going to be a bit of a trip back, I think. The legs are starting to feel it, but I hope you can see me. Oh, hello. Yeah, but so far so good. The undulating terrain, the rockiness, that's definitely tricky. So I need to practice that more, just to keep the flowing in the feet. Yeah, but no, otherwise good. Hey, where am I? I'm 32 k's in, so I got 10 to go. Sorry, yeah, got 10 k's to go. Legs are okay. I'm tired, but I've been able to run all the elevations, which is good, and yeah, feeling comfortable would be a good way to start. I wouldn't want to repeat this distance again today, so that tells me I've got a lot of work to do before my race. So 6 weeks or 7 weeks, whatever it is, most of that is going to be hard training, build strength up in my little chicken legs, and then get some of the blubber off the top half, and then I should be good to go. I can't wait. Really excited. I'm actually enjoying this a lot today, that I was getting a bit cheeky with myself, saying, oh, what a shame I've only got 10 k's to go. And then I went, shut up you. Whenever I do stuff like that, the body decides to shut down and goes, oh, you're done. But I'm not done. 10 k's a long way. So on this terrain, I've got about an hour to go. So yeah, see you back at the finish. Hey, just finished. Says it's my fastest marathon according to Garmin, of 4:27:23, which is a bit embarrassing, but to say that, I haven't done a road marathon in a long time, so I'll take that. I did just under 43 hours. In my delirium, I meant to say I did nearly 43 kilometres, not 43 hours. Did feel a bit that way. Yeah, so not too bad. The last 10Ks I really suffered, and yeah, here I was doing my big gloaty thing that I'm feeling so good. Bloody know it. So just shut up, Vaughan, and just do the case. So yeah, it got changed. Gonna go to this rough and tumble lodge and get something to eat. The proceeds from this place supports the track, so get some food and then head home. I have a very bored doggy at home, so yeah, I wish I could show you more of the track, but today was focusing on me getting the Ks in, and yeah, trying to run as steady as possible, and feel I did it. Don't know how I'm going to back up another hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever I've got planned tomorrow, but we'll see.
Sunday, 12th January 2000 and something. I have had I didn't have a great sleep last night after a big run yesterday, and my feet are trash. My muscles, everything else is good. So the feet hopefully will warm up during the day. It tends to be the thing. Yeah, they're just really sore from, they get sore anyway, but from running on all the rocky, slaty stuff yesterday, and the heel thing was a bit of a problem yesterday, so more than normal, but that started about the 20k mark. So hopefully today is a 2-hour run. I'm doing it later in the day, give my body a bit more chance to recover, and yeah, so I'll probably do it late afternoon or something like that. And then yeah, so at the moment gonna get Fern to the dog park because she needs some exercise.
All right, my back-to-back run. So this is me backing up my long run yesterday. Yeah, 2 hours, pretty flat today. Just running into town, run the wilderness trail, run back. Legs feel good, and the feet are feeling better as the day goes on. So let's see if I can get this done. And yeah, I'll be pretty stoked if I have had 6.5 hours running for the weekend. That'll be really good. So anyway, we'll see you soon. So I'm 5K through, I think, and legs are a little tight, but they're feeling pretty okay, to be honest. Sitting at around 5:15, 5:20 per K, so pretty happy with that. If I maintain that the next hour and a half, I'll be stoked. So we'll see how it goes. See it 10K mark. Okay, I've just hit the 1 hour mark. Yeah, the legs are tired, but I've maintained pace, about 5:20 per K. Yeah, got an hour to go. I am definitely feeling this. I've got another probably K to go, and then I'm back on footpath, so hopefully that'll allow me to get a bit of grip, just settle into a rhythm again. The trail's really nice to run on, but it can feel like you're losing traction quite a bit. So yeah, see how it goes. See you at the 15K mark. Okay, 15k mark done. My legs are done. My pace has dropped to about 540 per k, and yeah, I'm hurting, but this is the bit I was here for. Anyone can run when it feels easy. This is the bit where I need to dig in a little bit. I've got 7k's to go, and I need to get those done. So stop your bitching, Vaughan, which is all inside my head, and let's, whatever pace it is, get this last bit done. See you at the 20k mark. Okay, checking in, 19 point something k's. I'm sore, tired, got a quarter of an hour to go, so I'll get it done. But yeah, the legs are definitely getting ready for a break. Yeah, I've got a tricky wee road section around near home where I hope not to be hit by a car. I'll show you a wee bit of that. It's awfully fun. Uh, 2 hours done. I'm fucked. Managed to run the rest of the way, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, that last, especially say 6k's, kicked my ass real bad, but yeah, pretty stoked to do a full marathon, then a half marathon back to back. It's part of my training. I've still got 6 weeks to get stronger, faster, slimmer, so I can call this week a good week. I think about 110k's all up, maybe, something like that. Pretty much run every day of the week except Wednesday. For some reason that's my day off. After this, obviously go home, get some nutrition in, and then I've got to go to the gym and do lower body. Yeah, that's right, fucking lower body. It's all sort of rehab, prehab stuff, so it's super important. So yeah, massive part of why I've been able to get back to running. So I'm not going to skip it. I've only got till 7 o'clock to be finished at the gym, so I don't have a huge amount of time to just chill out. I think if I did, I'd probably fall asleep really quick, and that would be the rest of my day gone. So I'm just walking back to home now after finishing that run. This is my wee cool down, and then yeah, I'll yeah, get ready, I guess. Okay, well, it was a fun week.